Hello students. So in the last session we have started a equilibrium chapter. So we know the definition of equilibrium and types of equilibrium. What is equilibrium? What is equilibrium? Equilibrium is a state of system. Equilibrium is a state of system where two opposing tendencies acting simultaneously to a same extent. Two opposing tendencies acting simultaneously to a same extent. That system is said to be what? Equilibrium. Correct? Now we see the what? Types of equilibrium, that is physical equilibrium. Physical equilibrium. In a physical equilibrium, we also discussed the what? Conversion, that is solid liquid equilibrium, solid liquid equilibrium, liquid vapor equilibrium, liquid vapor equilibrium, and solid vapor equilibrium. Is it or not? In the last class, we have completed the what? Solid liquid equilibrium, liquid vapor equilibrium, and solid vapor equilibrium. In this class, first we will discuss solid solution equilibrium. Solid solution equilibrium. Then what is solid solution equilibrium? What is solid solution equilibrium? Solute present in solid state, it will be in equilibrium with the what? Solution. It will be in equilibrium with the what? Solution. Solid particles which are present in the solution. Now, solid equilibrium can be discussed as when we know that take a solvent. When we add limited amount of solute. When we add limited amount of solute to a solvent, it will form a solution. In this case, the dissolution process will take place. The solubility in the dissolution process will take place. But when we add large amount of solute, to a solvent, initially which process will take place? Dissolution process will take place. As the dissolution proceeds, number of solute in solution phase will be increased. Correct? When number of solute particles in the solution phase increases, it will later, when the concentration of solute in the solution phase increases, the backward reaction start to occur. What is that backward reaction or backward process? Crystallization will start. Are you getting or not? When you take a limited amount of solute dissolved in a solvent, it will form a solution. But when a large amount of solute is added to a definite amount of solvent, when you add large amount of solute to a definite amount of or fixed amount of solvent, at that time, initially dissolution will be more. Dissolution process will occur. As the dissolution proceeds, number of solute particles in the solution phase will be more. When the number of particles or when the concentration of solute in the solution phase will be increased, the backward change occurs. What is that backward change or what is that backward reaction? Crystallization will occur. Then what is crystallization? The conversion of solid from the solution phase into a solid. The solid particles which are present in the solution phase will go back to its solid state. That's what we call crystallization. What is crystallization? Movement of solid particles from solution phase into a solid phase. Movement of or you can say movement of solute from solution phase to solid phase. What is crystallization? Movement of solute from solution phase into what? Solid phase. Again the solid particles will move from what? Solution phase into what? Solid phase. So this is what we call crystallization. When you take a large amount of solute, dissolved in a what? Solvent, initially dissolution process will be more. As the dissolution proceeds, number of solute in solution phase will be increased, and the concentration of when the more amount of solid particles are present in a solution phase, the crystallization process will start. Crystallization process is a what? A backward reaction. At one time, rate of dissolution will be equal to what? Rate of crystallization. Rate of dissolution equal to what? Rate of crystallization. That point is said to be what? Equilibrium. At a point, dissolution will be equal to what? Crystallization. At that point is said to be what? Equilibrium. Now at equilibrium, as the system is reached equilibrium, means no more solute can be dissolved in a solvent. No more solute can be dissolved. No more solute can be dissolved in a solution. That solution is said to be what? Saturated solution. अर्थ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಡಿಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದು ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವರೆಗೂ ಡಿಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಈ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್? ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಏನ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ರೇಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರೇಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ರೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈಸೇಷನ್. ಯಾವಾಗ when rate of dissolution is equal to rate of crystallization, that point is said to be what? Equilibrium. At that time the system is said to be what? Equilibrium. Now equilibrium state alliruvaga, now at equilibrium no more solute can be dissolved in a what? Solvent. Equilibrium ಯಾವಾಗ ರೀಚ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೋ ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್? ಸ್ಯಾಚುರೇಟೆಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಿಲಿಬ್ರಿಯಂ. Gas solution equilibrium. So in a gas solution equilibrium, gas can be dissolved in a what? Liquid. Now take a CO2 gas, carbon dioxide gas dissolved in a what? Solution. So now this reaction is at what? Equilibrium. Now the rate at which gaseous molecules, CO2 gaseous molecules goes into solution phase is equal to the number of gaseous molecules from the solution phase get back to what? Its gaseous state. Number of gaseous molecules goes into the solution is equal to the number of gaseous molecules from the solution get back to its gaseous states. Now at that time the system is said to be what? Gas solution equilibrium. Gas solution equilibrium. Clear? Okay, so this is about gas solution equilibrium. Next, general characteristics. General characteristics of equilibrium involving physical changes. Involving physical changes. Involving physical changes. Okay, general characteristics of equilibrium involving physical changes. So we have some characteristics. First one is always equilibrium attains or equilibrium is established only in a closed container. Equilibrium is established in closed container. Closed container. Closed system. So in this system we can observe an equilibrium closed system. Closed system. Okay. So this is first condition or first characteristic. Second one is all measurable properties. All measurable properties remains constant. All measurable properties remains constant. For example, what are measurable properties? Volume, pressure or concentration. So these are the what? Measurable properties. So volume, pressure, concentration. You are taking any reaction means in that reaction the measurable property, it may be volume, pressure and concentration. It must be what? Constant. At a equilibrium. At a equilibrium, the measurable property remains what? Constant. So this is second characteristic. Third one is two opposing processes. Two opposing processes occurs simultaneously. Two opposing processes occur simultaneously. For example, just now I have discussed it. There are two processes. One is what? Dissolution. Other one is what? Crystallization. Now these two processes act simultaneously. Crystallization. Now these two processes act simultaneously. Or you can take what? Freezing and melting. Freezing and melting. These two processes should act simultaneously. Then only we can call it as a equilibrium. So at a equilibrium, this is the third characteristics of the equilibrium. This is the third characteristic. Two opposing processes occur simultaneously. Next properties. When equilibrium is attained, it is characterized by having constant value. It is characterized by constant value out of one of its parameters. Constant. It is characterized by constant value of one of its parameters. So this is the fourth characteristic. What is the first characteristic? Equilibrium is established only in a closed container. Second one is what? All measurable properties remains constant. Third one is what? Two opposing processes occur simultaneously. Fourth one is when equilibrium is attained, it is characterized by constant value. Of one of its parameter. when equilibrium is attained means, when equilibrium is attained for the system means one of the parameter must be what constant. One of the parameters must be what constant. For example, when you take reactant into what product, when you take reactant into product, rate of forward reaction equal to what rate of backward reaction. So if you are taking concentration is one parameter, at that time concentration of reactant must be equal to what concentration of product. Concentration of reactant must be equal to what concentration of product. So what is the fourth one? When equilibrium is attained, it is characterized by constant value of one of its parameter. Any one parameter should be what constant. So it should have a constant value. So this is the what fourth characteristics of a equilibrium, physical equilibrium. Clear? So next one, reversible and irreversible reaction. Reversible and irreversible reactions. Reversible and irreversible reactions. So the word itself says reversible means what? Reversible means what? Two directions. The reaction proceeds in what? Two directions. Irreversible means what? The reaction proceeds in a what? Single direction, unidirectional. For example, if A plus B react with each other and produce what? C plus D. Okay, so this is what the reversible reaction. A plus B react to form a what? C plus D product. Again the products C and D react with each other and form a what? A plus B. Then at that time this reaction is said to be what? Reversible reaction. What is reversible reaction? Reversible reaction is one where reactants react to form a product and product react to form a what? Reactants. The reaction proceeds in both the direction, that is forward direction as well as in what? Backward direction. So clear? So this is reversible reaction. Example for the reversible reaction: N2 plus 3H2, it gives 2NH3. Synthesis of ammonia, formation of ammonia. Nitrogen gas reacts with hydrogen gas and forms what? Ammonia gas. So the reaction proceeds. N2 plus 3H2 react to form a what? Ammonia. So this is backward reaction. Now NH3 molecule split to form a what? Nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. So this is backward reaction. When reaction proceeds in forward direction as well as in backward reaction, then reactions are said to be what? Reversible reaction. Another example is CaCO3. Decomposition of CaCO3, decomposition of calcium carbonate. So when it decomposes, it forms a what? Calcium oxide plus CO2. Calcium oxide plus CO2. Calcium carbonate present in solid state, CaO in solid state, CO2 in which state? Gaseous state. Correct? So CaCO3 decomposed to form what? Calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So this is forward direction. Again, when calcium oxide reacts with CO2, it will form a what? Calcium carbonate. What is the condition for the equilibrium? The equilibrium must contain or equilibrium attained only in which containers? In which system? Closed system. Suppose if you take the calcium carbonate in a open system, what it will happen? So calcium carbonate decomposed to form a what? Calcium oxide, which will be remained in the container, but CO2 present in which state? Gaseous state, it will escape out of the what? Container. So always the equilibrium must be attained in equilibrium is attained in which system? Closed system. Clear? So these are the reactions for the reversible reactions. Next, irreversible reactions. What are irreversible reactions? Irreversible reactions are the reactions where reactants, A and B are the reactants, react to form a what? Product C plus D. But C plus D do not react with each other and form a what? A plus D. So any direction, single direction reaction is a what? Irreversible reaction. Only the reaction proceeds in any one way, that is forward reaction is proceeds here. Clear? So A plus B are the reactants, C plus D are the what? Products. So example for it is NaOH plus HCl, acid and base neutralization, NaOH and HCl. Remove this one. It will form a what? NaCl salt plus H2O. So this is example for the what? Irreversible reaction. Once reaction occurred means what? It will complete the reaction. There is no reaction. There is no backward reaction in the reversible case. In the irreversible case. Now another example is AgNO3. Silver nitrate reacts with what? NaCl. Silver nitrate react with what? NaCl. It will form a what? NaNO3 plus AgCl. Precipitate. White precipitate. It will form a what? Precipitate. So these are the reactions for the what? Irreversible reactions. These are the examples for the irreversible reaction. Clear? Reversible means what? Forward direction as well as backward direction reaction occurs. Irreversible means what? Irreversible means what? Only forward direction is possible. Only single direction reaction is possible. So these are the definitions and examples for the reversible and irreversible reactions. Okay.